The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy. And that's what they're doing early in this game.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35-yard
line. These two teams, of course, the Titans and Ravens, met in the postseason a year ago. And really, along with the Titans win the previous week in Foxborough, it was one of the shockers of the postseason. The Titans, a 6th seed on the road. The Ravens, they were the top seed, riding a 12-game win streak and coming off the first-round bye. But where that game was all Tennessee, they led 28-6 at one point, ultimately winning 28-12 and sending them on to the AFC title game in Kansas City.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Breeze. This one into the hands of the running back, Balaj. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of
all defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. To throw is Breeze. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
The 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Right at the line.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
That's another Baltimore 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He was Daquan Jones in on the tackle there.
A gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
The ball carrier. Rashaan Evans on the tackle. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
At the 41-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the 39, Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Mark Andrews, a first-time Pro Bowler, the intended target.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the
Operating from the gun, Jackson. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the
pick up a 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brought him down. 4 yards on the pickup.
Now a 2nd down and 6. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
First quarter with the score Titans 7, Ravens 0.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
His throw caught right around the 6.
Complete to Corey Davis.
They got 29 yards that time.
At the 5-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Undercross.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tackle made at the 36-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. Now Jackson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts.
26 yards.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Breeze. Forced out to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 12 yards on the return that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. They're down here, but Very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when the game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jackson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Titan football.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
And the Titans 1st down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory.
Derrick Henry.
Linebacker Patrick Queen bringing him down.
48-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Breeze. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
A gain of 13.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He was brought down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now it's the backup Tannehill. Out to the right to Humphries. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10.
14-yard line.
Check 26, check 26.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count.